Tesla finally made a refreshment of the new Model S, and we knew that it was coming. The model itself is 10 plus years old, which is a long time when we compare it to car years, but it's also a long time tech-wise. There are some new refreshments to catch up with the competition for other car brands, but also the Model 3 and the Model Y. So Tesla dropped their new design of the Model S and some astonishing specs coming along with the car, so let's take a look at it and give my honest opinion. Now, coming to the design, there's not that big difference. It looks like there are minor changes, so it still has that Model S appearance that we used to see. The chrome that used to be on the door handles and those places are replaced with satin black, which gives the car a sporty look. Another change outside is the front grille, which is updated, the front splitter, which is a bit bigger, and the lights are cleaned up. Now, coming to the interior, this is where the major upgrades have been made, and this is how it looks like. There are a couple of new things here that look a bit unusual, and let's look at the steering wheel first. Tesla called this steering wheel for the Yoki steering wheel, and Tesla surely got a lot of inspiration from racing cars with all the buttons that can be reached by your finger without taking your hands off the wheel. This steering wheel has been legalized in certain EU countries, including the UK. So that could mean Tesla is planning to use this type of steering wheel in their other models as well. Now, one thing that came through my mind was how is this steering wheel going to feel like when you're driving on the road? So I believe that Tesla made the steering wheel very sensitive in order to make it easier to turn, which can cause some safety problems, I think. Or maybe the steering wheel turns and feels the exact same way as a normal steering wheel would do, which also can be a problem, because a lot of people tend to grab their steering wheel at the top. But yeah, this picture is still a render, so it's interesting to see if Tesla is going to ship their new cars with the Yoki steering wheel. Another fundamental thing that is gone is the drive selector, and Elon Musk actually made it sweet where he said the car guesses drive direction based on what obstacle it sees, context, and the map, and you can override it on the touchscreen. That seems a bit weird, I think, because we aren't in that stage yet where cars can drive by themselves, so it's interesting to see how this would go on. But anyway, another upgrade Tesla made from the last model is the screen, which now is horizontal and not the old vertical screen the old Tesla model has. The screen itself feels more integrated into the car, which I like. Compared to the screen in the Model 3, this looks way better, I think. The screen's resolution is 2200 by 1300, and the screen itself should be pretty bright, so it's visible in sunlight. Now, as you might see, Tesla still stuck to the display behind the steering wheel, which I think is great because it opens more room for information such as the speed and all these things. That means the other screen can show other important information. Tesla also added a third display for the passenger sitting in the back seat, which probably would let them control the temperature and things like that as we see it in normal cars, but also having other stuff like the map on as well. Now let's move on to the specs, which is what we all are very excited for. So there are three versions of the Model S, which are Long Range, Plaid and Plaid Plus. All these versions are quite expensive, I would say, and the base price went up from the older Model S version. The long range version cost around $74,000 and has an estimated max range of 412 miles. The top speed is 155 miles per hour and can accelerate from 0 to 60 in 3.1 seconds, which is insanely fast. But keep in mind this was just Tesla's less sporty version. Then there's the Plaid version, so as you might see the range goes down a bit to 390 miles, while the top speed increases to 200 miles per hour, and the acceleration from 0 to 60 is now 1.99 seconds, which is delivered by a car with 1020 horsepower. These are ridiculous specs coming from a normal family type of car. And then the Plaid Plus comes in. This would have a max range of 520 plus miles, a max speed of 200 miles per hour, and accelerate from 0 to 60 in less than 1.99 seconds. This Plaid Plus version would be the quickest production car ever made, which is just ridiculous considering the fact that the car is a family sedan and also weighs around 5,000 pounds, which is a lot when it comes to performance cars. Alright, that's all about the Tesla Model S. Thank you so much for watching the video, and I will catch you on the next.